All right, let's say we put this back on and see if we accomplish something on this project. So let's get stuff set aside. I did get new hose of this because that doesn't look very good. And I could have probably done it with 1 foot. They probably won't take that back, but you gotta buy this by the piece. What do you figure a couple feet of that is? If you guess 50 bucks, you're right. And that's ridiculous, you know? 50 bucks for a piece of rubber hose. All right, now there's some things to do first. Number one is to make sure that the choke is pushed in all the way before we adjust, because when we put that on, we want it to be all that it can be. Should probably also have done this totally differently. Yeah, see, that's gonna be that kind of thing right there. What is happening here? That little rubber tit on there is causing me some issue. Don't worry, I'm confident by the time we're done here, I'll be totally covered with black paint since I painted this carburetor. You know, I thought that would be so nice. But so far it's there. Well, let's just make it as difficult for me as possible. I'm trying hard to do it where you can see it. And that's my downfall. I need to just set this down. To heck with it if it gets scratched up. We're not going to the county fair, so let's just put her together. Make her work. I tightened that up in the house and the plug up at the bottom, so that should be good to go. Gonna put our governor linkage on here. Oh, I was gonna get a lock washer. I might run and do that real quick here because I'm missing one on one of these, and it just would be nice to have it the same. Also notice that my linkage rod is kind of bent there. I'm not sure why that would be. Huh. Whatever, it was working. So my fuel line's leaking now because earlier today I had paint all over my hands and I ran some gas out of there to put on so that I could get the paint off, is what I'm saying. So I must have not got it shut totally off. Lock washer is what I was really trying to do, so let's get that. All right. Just looking over at those hay burners though, it's ridiculous. They're eating me out of house and home. They're eating like crazy. A bale a day. Actually, they're eating, yeah, that would be what it works out to. They're eating 2 bales in 2 days, so it's a bale a day. That's a little much, cows. I was hoping to get 2 bales. 2 days per bale is what I'm saying. And they're not cooperating. Is my throttle halfway or something? Because I noticed that my linkage is not. Oh, also I should note I found a better gasket than what I had, so I put that on. I didn't find a new gasket, but I found a better gasket. Here in a a minute. We'll turn the gas on and then we'll see that we have some other issue probably where it will overflow. Because why would it be any fun if I didn't get to do it more than once? You know? The most fun jobs in life, just get to do it twice. Let's reach through and turn that old sediment bowl on. That's the bad thing about the 770s or the 880s. I can't get my hand hardly in there to turn anything on and off easy. That's why on the other two, I have a shut off put on out here where you can get to it. We're gonna have to watch that too to make sure it's not leaking. Otherwise we're gonna have to go back in there and work on that. Well, nothing's dripping out right now, so that's a good sign. Everything's hooked up now, so that's a good sign. I think I'm about, well, no, I'm not really. Let's take a look here. If I go there, am I... I don't know. I'm not entirely sure that that governor linkage is adjusted quite right. We may have to revisit that in the future, but it always did work pretty good. Whilst we're here, what say you we check this out? Ultimately, we'll find out that it's full of garbage and never allow. Of course, I don't know that this decal is the correct one for this tractor, but never allow dirt to build up in cup more than ½ inch deep. Well, there's definitely dirt in there. You can't really see it, but I just had a nice slug of it out of there. Perhaps we should clean this out, which means perhaps we will need more clean engine oil. We probably should clean off that somehow. Oh, exciting footage here. But I cleaned this out. So, yeah. Now some people, they put used oil in the air cleaner cup. I do not like that thing. I prefer to put new oil in, as it will inevitably suck up some of it through into your engine. So would it not make sense to put clean oil in? And to be honest, I'm not sure I've ever checked this in this tractor since I've owned it. I don't know. I probably did right away when it first came here. Luckily, it doesn't appear to have lost much oil. Somebody asked about that, and I might have put a little in the other day again though, but it didn't lose very much at all, so I can't complain about that. I mean, the nice thing is this whole time we've been doing this and the time it took me to go clean that cup and whatever, the gas has been on and no gas is leaking out of the carburetor. So we have a shot, friends, of something good happening. Now we're gonna make this happen, and I guess I'm gonna end up with enough to do 2 tractors, which is okay. I mean, that's fine. So, dealer's choice on what to do here. A utility knife would probably be the way to go. You could use a hacksaw. I don't know. I'll cut it. Don't worry about it. Let me go grab some stuff. Well, don't you like it when you find stuff and then it's missing the tip? Just the tip, you know? Let's hope that there's still an extra blade in here. Otherwise, we'll be on the hunt for that. Otherwise, come on, let loose. Okay, there we go. Ew, rusty. This one though still has we can flip it around and go again. And we're cheap. We're not gonna let a little rust stop us from going one more time. That blade will probably break immediately, but such is life, friends. Such is life. All right. Dealer's choice. Well, I like to go. Let's cut it right at the 3. Whoops, don't retract in, blade. Oh, what's the deal? Extremely dull blade. Starting to look that way. The hacksaw is probably a better choice. Once you get it started, it ain't bad. But there, see what I mean? Once you get it started, it'll go. Okay. Not my best, but not my worst. I ain't as good as I once was. We might still have to carve some off, so it's probably not a terrible thing. Uh-oh. Did I not get the same size or the right size clamps? I'm not too smart. I know what I did. When I measured them in the store, I didn't account for the wall thickness. I got clamps that are 2 inches. I should have got the next size. Oh well. I think we can make them work. Now, you might say, well, why didn't you reuse what was on there? Because it had that other style that I absolutely hate with the tower that goes on there. I just like these worm drive ones better. I don't know. Look at how pretty that is. Right on there. Like that, right there. We'll put that one there. We'll put that one there. There. That's more better. Now, the gas is on. Let's put the battery on. Let's see what we got. Well, nothing. Well, that ain't good. It's still... Why don't you want to run except with the choke out? Well, this ain't good, friend. Oh, I don't know, friends. Well, it runs good, but but unfortunately, that did not fix our problem. It still runs at the choke out. I have some theories as to what might be the issue. Namely this right here. I think it's starting to crack next to that weld. And I wonder if that's making a mess of it. Another theory that I have, because it wouldn't run until I sanded the points, that's a crappy looking coil, and I wonder if it's getting weak, and it's not. Sometimes pulling out the choke will fix ignition problems too. It's not always just fuel related. So I don't know exactly why. I think our oil light went pretty well out, so that's good. But I mean, I'm choking the heck out of it, and it's still not. Whatever, I don't understand what our problem is here. I'm tempted to change the timing, but it's running beautifully. Jeez, I don't know. I don't think it's really leaking any much to cause any problem, because if it did, it should have probably sped up a little there. Boy, it's getting too much fuel at an idle though, that's for sure. Knutson. That did not turn out like I'd hoped. I'd really hoped that that was gonna make her run great, and it did not. So there's still obviously a problem. Either there's something plugged up inside there that I didn't get loose, or there's some other issue with it. And I really don't know what else I could have done in there, because it looked as clean as could be. I don't know. Okay, much like Christopher Reeve, I cannot stand for this. So I took it all back apart to see if something got plugged again. I pulled that jet out and I got something to go through there and cleaned it out really good. That might help. But I see a problem now that I didn't see when we were cleaning. Is that a crack? It looks to me like this carburetor is cracked from there all the way over into here somewhere. And if that is the case, this carburetor might just be toast. It may never run right because, yeah, see, I'm flaking more stuff away. You know, I don't know what the passage situation is on these, but if that's cracked, it's potentially sucking more fuel in at the wrong time and I can't adjust it right. That's possible. The other thing before I put it back together is we couldn't get that one out of here. So I'm going to take it over and try to heat it and see if I can get that out of there and see if cleaning that is enough to make her go. But I'm very concerned now about this potential crack because that would pretty well render this thing junk. I mean, there's no fixing that. So I'm going to dig deeper here and see what I find, and then we'll put it back together, and I'll bring you back when I got it running again, and we'll see if it made any difference. All right. It wouldn't be any fun if we didn't do it twice, would it? Let's see if it's any better now. It seems like it because it fired. I think we might have got it. Got to readjust it now. But it runs better. There we go. I don't like it to stumble like that, but apparently a combination of that bottom one got plugged up again after running, and the top one we couldn't get out. I shot fire through it. I got it to move, got it almost backed out, and then it acted like it was gonna break, so I stopped. I blew some cleaner through it, ran some stuff back and forth through it, turned it back down where it belonged, and now we got it where it's running without the choke on. So just a little patience was all it took. However, I'm kind of concerned about that crack in there. That might become an issue at some point. But right now, this is the way it's supposed to be. I mean, it's running very nicely at an idle. And yeah, it's not smoking any. Before it was kind of, you could see it smoking a little bit. I was getting not enough or too much at the wrong time. So sometimes with carburetors you got to do it more than once, but it's worth it in the end if it works right. I can live with this. All right, so I guess we'll call this a success. It only took 2 tries, but hey, I'm just glad it's working. So I'll put the bolts back in the sheet metal, and then this thing's ready to go again. The old bovines get stirred up when they hear it, because for whatever reason, a 770 or 880 size, when they hear that run, they think food's coming. So, but that is neither here nor there. Yeah, we're gonna say this is fixed, so we're gonna leave this one here. As always, if you enjoy my videos, give them a thumbs up. Leave a comment and tell me how dumb you think I am. Or if by some slim chance you liked it, say that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.